Fear is the mind killer when it comes to trading and investments. So, I am going to give you perhaps a paradoxical bit of advice when it comes to trading. I do not believe you should be afraid of losing money when you're investing. This goes against Howard Marks. This goes against a bunch of other investors, at least on the surface, because I'm going to wrap this back around in a way that I feel like will make a lot of sense to all those people. I don't think you should be afraid of losing money at all. I think you should go into it and be like, hey, if I lose my full investment, that's perfectly fine. I do believe in no leverage, just to be clear. So there's no way, in my visioning of the perfect investment, there's no way you could ever go to negative, but you can go to zero. And I'm saying you should embrace being able to go to zero. Why is that? 90% of the mistakes that you make as a trader, especially once you already have the knowledge of the basics of like, oh, I should be researching 10Qs. Oh, I should know like, the about alpha, momentum size, very, very basic trading knowledge, like the 411 outside the scope of this short. If you know all that stuff, your number one mistake is going to be fear, because what's going to happen is that you're going to buy into something, be like, oh, this is the perfect stock, and then get a short-term volatility decrease and get crashed and be like, oh, fuck, I really don't know what I'm doing. I shouldn't be doing this. Or you spend like years and years of back testing, which is a whole different thing. I don't believe in back testing. I don't think you should do back testing, because the historical data is just not how the future works in most cases. The best back tested algorithms, you put them in the field and all of a sudden they become mediocre. I wonder why. But anyway, outside of that point, you get lost in the sauce. You don't think to be like, okay, you know what? I'm going to trust the plan. I'm going to recognize that this is short-term volatility. I'm going to keep holding with reasonable risk management. And then I'm going to get the long-term rewards, right? If you were to hold NVIDIA in, I don't know, 2016, what you're going to find is that every day with NVIDIA, there was a shock, like a huge decrease. And the moment in 2016, a lot of people were like, why the fuck would you invest in NVIDIA? It keeps falling so much. It's because it's high volatility. Nowadays, obviously, we know what happened in NVIDIA. I don't have to talk about it. But in the moment, you always have that fear and you always panic sell. And that won't happen as much if you have A, a lack of fear, and B, a good risk mitigation strategy.